Assalamu alaikum. Assalamu alaikum rahmatullahi barakatuh. Assalamu alaikum rahmatullahi barakatuh, everybody. I'm comedian Preacher Moss. Assalamu alaikum rahmatullahi barakatuh, everybody. I'm comedian Preacher Moss. Listen, I took this little bit of time to make this message for my brothers and sisters of Nasiha. I'm your brother, special coordinator over on the other side of the border, if you will, trying to do the work that Nasiha has been doing in Canada. Listen, as you sit there, I want you to understand when they ask you for your support, when they ask you for your help, this is from a commandment, really a prophetic tradition that we, all of us, myself included, is that we provide comfort, compassion, and mercy for the less fortunate. Many of you know that before I was a comedian, and while I was a comedian, I was a school teacher. And in that space, I was a child advocate. The same thing that Nasiha is doing right now. So let me throw this out there to you. So when you give your support, you're part of a process. This is not the credit card process or anything like that. You're part of a process that your work and your support will benefit those people that you may never meet and may never see. It's called the unseen, al-ghaib. But the effect that you have upon those people through your generosity and letting them know that they care is from the divine. So, what you waiting on? Get your divine on. Brothers and sisters, continue to support Nasiha. My brothers and sisters, Samaya, Yassine, we love you. Please keep doing the work. I'm Preacher Moss. Get your divine on. Support Nasiha. Assalamu alaikum rahmatullahi barakatuh, everybody. I'm comedian. All right, we're having some technical difficulties there. It's all good. It's all good. It's live streaming, live TV, however you want to put it out there. First and foremost, man, Juma Mubarak. I hope everybody's having a fabulous Friday. This is next Friday will be our last Friday in Ramadan, brothers and sisters. I was alerted that we're going to be moving into Eid mode. Alhamdulillah, alhamdulillah. Hope everybody's had a blessed fast. That's number one. And I think the overall tone of this Ramadan for me is just, discovering the things that are so important, discovering the things that, one, make you happy, bring you joy, but also discovering things that you got to work on about yourself, whether it's the way you talk to people, the way you have family relationships, And I think the thing that's really important is that it was all on a very positive plane. Myself, I missed a couple of days. I have to make up, I think, about 4 or 5 days for Ramadan. But the thing that I really loved this year was that I just did not feel stressed. Like, I look forward to getting to my fast, understanding that there's a provision and there's mercy where I can make my fast up. I got a whole 365 days to do that. Of course, I'm gonna do it sooner than that, inshallah. But I think I want to appreciate is also the people who've joined us on the shout out show. What I mean by that is folks who tuned in pretty much every day of Ramadan and made us a part of their family, a part of their schedule. So peace and blessings to you. Some profound thank yous. Today's show, I actually had a title for today's show, but this is our Ramadan iftar, virtual iftar today. And let me tell you why a virtual iftar is important to me. Uh, Having this show as a vehicle, platform, whatever you want to call it, has been a bit of a respite for me. I spend very hectic days. I have very busy days. Sister Satana has just as many busy days, if not more hectic. But, it's always a fun place to come and you look forward to something. And I think you never want to undervalue the effort and emotion of when you look forward to something. When you look forward to seeing your relatives or your children or your parents, this has been my family that really started in the pandemic. If you really want to think about it, we started in the pandemic, got through the pandemic. We grew together, we talked together. I mean, you've seen me go through things here on this platform, uh, loss of family, illness, things like that. Some things you didn't even know happened were going on behind the scenes, but it's a certain comfort and just a certain devotion and appreciation. I don't want to say devotion, but a certain appreciation that you have for people when they tune in. I mean, you guys are my most favorite audience that I get to be with every day. When you're on stage, you have to You have to put on a certain air, but we get to talk about things that are important, things that resonate in our lives. Just to be able to ask people how they're doing and give them a salams. I don't know what the Baraka barometer on that is, but I've been able to do it for so many. This is show like number 721. I've been able to do it that many times, man. And I just, I've never walked away from the shout out show going, oh, I hated that show. Oh, I didn't like, it's always a general appreciation. So listen, we are going to have people going to be on the show today. If you check your emails, everybody check your emails. I love to get folks on the show today. Of course, I wanted Sister Ree on the show, but Sister Ree said she's not feeling well. So, Ree, what that means. We're going to tell you, peace and blessings. We want you to feel better. May Allah give you shifa and whatever it is that's ailing you. We hope it does not ail you over a long period of time. We want that ailment to be gone by the end of the shout out show. Okay. And I'm happy to say that we do have the Golden Girls, the Bopsy twins here on the show today. My Aunt Maxine and my mom, not my my Aunt Maxine and my mom, excuse me. And we'll have people coming through as usual. I see Altaf has popped in. So listen, let us go ahead and start the show. Get organized, get ready for you. You're here on the virtual iftar here on the Shout Out Show. Don't you move. All right, so here's how this is going to work. Normally the people that we have in our comment section, we're asking you to jump on. Bilal, Altaf, if you guys have the link, the invite link, love to see you in the green room. I have an open door policy when it comes to my green room for just this particular show. Okay, so check your email. I know Satana sent it out not too long ago. Take a peek, and if you're willing or you can join us, we'd love for you to join us. Appreciate it. However, I'm going to go down the line. Sister Reed, I already said I hope that you're feeling better. I will be in touch with you about a little bit of business, inshallah. I actually had a conversation with Ijaz. He's made dua for me. He's been pretty sick. All right. So let me shout out my man. We're gonna bring her on today too. She never comes on. That's Sister Satana Whitfield. She thinks she's slick, just working that back. We're gonna bring Sister Satana on. Uh, she'll be good to go. But we also want to thank her for all the work and service that she provides. Just the goodwill for the shout out show, making sure that we come on time, we leave on time. The graphics are good. I've benefited tremendously under her tutelage in terms of design and graphics and things like that, and being able to make the show look like a real show. So shout out to Sister Satana. Altaf wa alaikum assalam rahmatullahi barakatuh, beloved. Appreciate you, man. Look for that link, beloved. We want to have you on the show. You know what? I have to figure out your MoneyGram. I'm sorry about that. That's on me. But you do got $35 coming, so and that's probably more than Canadian dollars. But I'm gonna get it to you. So my word, my bond, I'm gonna get that to you. Big brother Bilal Salahuddin and his queen, Sister Sonia Salahuddin. Listen, brother, you coming on, man? We gotta have you. I gotta see y'all. I haven't seen y'all in a minute since we did that event in Houston for the brothers that are incarcerated. The brothers who came home incarcerated on that really, really hot day, and we all sitting out in that parking lot cooking like fresh French fries. But peace and blessings to you, my dear brother. Peace and blessings to the children, your grandchildren, who I know you adore and love. And the pictures that you sent me, I adore and love those kids too, man. I know they bring a lot of joy. Shout out to Sister Sonia. Appreciate you as always. All right, there we go. I know it's live because the phone is on. All right, I'm just laughing. Brother Eric, wa alaikum assalam rahmatullahi barakatuh, beloved. How you doing, sir? Appreciate you, my dear friend. Thank you so much. Shout out to South Carolina. I know we started with Eric, then I moved to Eric, and then I call you Big E. Big E, how you doing, man? Appreciate you. All right. So let me tell you how this goes. every once in a while when you're doing Ramadan and things like that, there's a day you're gonna have where you realize, man, I just want to live my best life. I just want to have a smile. I mean, in the midst of all of the fasting, in the midst of all that stuff, in the midst of I didn't take the phone off the hook. In the midst of all that stuff, um, I'm happy to say I'm at home and all the noise and the chaos in the back, that's mama's house. So I am never going to apologize for the chaos in mama's house because you know what? You only get one mom, you only get that kind of chaos. So appreciate the sound. So I'm gonna bring people on here. We're gonna have a little talk, little conversation. Um, we're still gonna get off about 5:30, maybe a little bit later, but let me bring some people in. I'm gonna save the headliners, little headliners here. Sister Satana, we're gonna take that. We're gonna take the overlay off, if you don't mind, and we're gonna bring in the Salahuddins. That would be brother Bilal. All right, assalamu alaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh, big brother.
Walaikum salam.
What's going on, man? How you feeling? I see you got your queen with you.
Yeah, we're in the same room today.
I love when you say that, bro. I don't know if Sister Sonia likes it, but I love when you say that, my dear brother.
Assalamu alaikum wa
Wa alaikum
rahmatullahi wa
assalam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh, Queen. Ramadan Mubarak. How y'all doing? How's your fast going?
Alhamdulillah.
Did you figure out what you're eating for your virtual iftar?
We're gonna have it next week.
Okay, what you looking at?
We might do something with the grandkids.
Oh, okay. Well, I'm gonna have to send you some more money. That's another. That's another $35 right there. Man, how's everything? How's everything going on in Houston, man?
Oh, everything's fine.
Man, tell. People ask they say they see Brother Bilal, Sister Sonia. They want to know what did you do for a living? Because I'd say you do electric. You kind of do different stuff. You're kind of a jack of all trades in some regards. What are the things you like to do best in terms of your skills and your hobbies, etc.?
I really like just fixing things. I'm a retired librarian.
I remember that. Because you offered your research, and I'm still going to take you up on that.
And I just do little odd jobs on the side to help out on the retirement.
Okay, well, I'm gonna still hook you up for that USB work. Sister Sonia, does he take care of you? Does he get on your nerves?
A little bit of both.
Okay.
When he's not taking care of me, you're getting on my nerves.
There you go. Well, there you go. That's the mandate, Brother Bilal.
Right.
That's a mandate, man. Hey, for the audience, man, how many grandkids do you have? I know I jokingly say ridiculous things like you got 114 grandkids.
We got 10.
We have 10.
Okay, 114. Okay. Man, what are their names?
All right, from the top to the bottom, we got Anaya, Jaya, Zariah, Maya, Ace, Iman, Maisa, Zaria, and is that it? And Jenna.
Jenna.
I forgot Jenna.
I'm gonna give you props because you remember them all.
I don't know them all.
That's why I ain't ask you.
You know what, Preacher Moss, I want to tell you, we appreciate you because it's a joy coming to see you every day on the show and hearing the topics. I wish we could have more dialogue because there's a whole lot of stuff I'd like to say. But
You know what? I think we're gonna work that in a newer format, inshallah. The thing is, this is Satana says this all the time. Like, we're very fortunate to have everybody on the show that we have. But sometimes when we put it out there, we will get people that are kind of, cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs.
Mm-hmm.
And so we don't want to have that. And
exactly.
I'm really particular. I guess I'm really particular and protective about people who are in my shout out show family because you do want to protect people when they do. It's like if they come to your house, you want to make sure everything's available for them.
Exactly.
They come in and they have a good time. They feel comfortable.
Good.
We had some people who Satana caught it. We didn't put them on. You've actually caught me with a couple folks that said some stuff and we went back and forth.
Okay.
yeah, it wasn't too kind.
I
Uh,
didn't think about that.
yeah, so we just try to do that. We're gonna you stick around. We're gonna bring we're gonna bring in one of my top advisors, if you will. Um, this is my aunt Maxine,
Mm.
Esquire, Maxine B. Cade. We're gonna bring. Can we bring our Maxine up? Assalamu alaikum. What's going on,
Alaikum salam.
Maxine?
Oh, not a thing, Brianta.
This is this was one of my inspirations. I had three inspirations to be an entrepreneur. Um, outside of my parents, it was my aunt Maxine, my uncle Earl, and my uncle Reggie. So my aunt Maxine was a EEOC lawyer, one of the
Mm.
one of the first black ones in the country, one of the few that was out there. And she was in the water. She had the Watergate Hotel. She had this law practice. She had this fly house. All of us kids would go over there, and we were, my cousin and I would go over there. But you know, the thing I love about my Maxine is during this really difficult transition with my mom and her Elma. My mom had what was diagnosed as a mild stroke, but it's really no mild stroke. You have a stroke or not.
Mm.
But she just soldiered up. And while I've been on the road, she's been here at the house, make sure the transition continues. She's shepherding. So I'm actually, we just want to say thank you for doing what you've been doing for a lot of years.
Well, you're more than welcome, Brian. You're more than welcome, Preacher Boss. It's been just a joy seeing how you've developed. Everyone out there needs to know that the funniest thing in the world for all of us in the family was for Brian to become a comedian. Now, that was the funniest thing and a shock for me. Let me just tell you, he grew up as a quiet little fellow playing saxophone and violin and everything, very well exceeding everything. And
Mm.
the big what was it? The big thing was bigger than you. What was it, Brian?
Oh
It's
my
a
God. I had an oversized saxophone.
saxophone. Look, anyway. So the funniest thing in the world for all of us, we found out that he was a comedian and going to make being a comedian his lifelong pursuit. We went crazy. We just laughed. Well, now I am more than thrilled to see and understand that he is literally performed on virtually every continent and in so many different places and has been so well received. And I
Mm.
remember when this whole concept got started with All Made Me Funny, with he and his mother. He and his mother, I worked right. I watched them develop the concept and went to the first launch, and it was just fantastic. And to watch how he has traveled from that period of time and created this monstrous opportunity, bringing in different other comedians and bringing in women comedians, women Muslim comedians. I mean, it's just been a wonderful, wonderful thing. So I just have to tell you and Brian, the Muslim world, how very, very proud I am of you. I just think you just phenomenal. And I tell him and his wonderful, wonderful little daughter, Mariam, I call Brian a genius, a senior genius, and call his daughter, I call him Brian Genius number one, and I call his daughter Genius number two. And I'm telling you, he's extremely smart, extremely gifted, and you should see his little daughter. I mean, she's fallen right in his footsteps. So to have this powerhouse be a part of our family, what can I say? But to keep
Mm.
on, hooray, 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 Brian. Keep on walking and
By,
be ever blessed
by the
all.
way, Maxine, we can hear you in both all three microphones. She's in the house, everybody. It's hilarious. I didn't know I was gonna
Oh,
pull this out. I was like, we're just gonna do it. I'm Maxine. Much love to you, and I don't know what we're doing today. I mean, you're here extra day. I almost feel like we
Huh?
have we have to talk about Mid Atlantic. All right, so we're gonna keep it moving.
All right.
We're gonna keep it moving. We have to bring up. She doesn't want to be on screen. She never wants to be on screen, but we're gonna bring her on screen. Our executive producer, Satana Whitfield. If you would pop in, please. She's not popped in. There you go.
Hey, Sultana.
Assalamualaikum.
no,
Brother
Oh,
wait.
Bilal, Sister Lavatine, Sister Sonia, Aunt Maxine, how are you?
absolutely fabulous thing. You fabulous, fabulous.
Well,
Well,
I just want to
alaikum
say,
to everyone.
uh, like my salon,
Alec
I
Blanc.
just want to tell everybody there's no shout out show without Sister Satana. Um, Rarely in my business do people sign on like at day one. They usually want to see if something's going to work. Oh, can I? They're trying to figure out what the advantage is, and I remember calling her after discovering the advantages of StreamYard, which is a broadcast platform that we use, and telling Satan about it. And I think she was just nodding her head like he's really enthusiastic. And I
Mm.
remember that. I remember show number one and just playing around with all the different ideas and coming up with things to do with another camera, using my phone, and you know what? I have to say, the first year and the second year of the shout out show really helped me be awesome. There you go. But I just want to say, Satana, on behalf of myself and my family, and the Salahuddins as well, thank you for being a stalwart and a pillar for the show. It's not easy to do this, but we've been able to do it, and all praise to Allah, man. They say Allah's the best of planners. I do not dispute that at all. We have an incredible team. Believe it or not, all this content we've produced and pumped out, it's just been two people for over 700
Yeah.
shows.
Yeah. 4
You
years.
know, yeah. And we just
Yeah.
say Alhamdulillah, Alhamdulillah, Alhamdulillah. We say Bismillah. And then we say Astaghfirullah when we're done.
Bismillah. Which is often.
Every once in a while, we'll have shows like, woo wee. But we appreciate it. So I want to bring someone in.
Thank you.
Uh, Altaf. I wish
Is
Altaf
Altaf
was
getting
here.
in?
Altaf is
Altaf, can
on.
you come in?
We love Altaf. Mr. Six
Altaf, we
Flop.
want you to get. We want you to get in. Check your email, Altaf. The link is there.
Let's see if we can get Altaf on the end. Inshallah.
Inshallah.
So let me bring in the boss. Let's bring in Mary Moss. What'd you put on
Someone
your head?
You
Red.
What you put on your head? But you got a hammock on your head?
Stop. Stop.
Lord.
You look like you just got out the hospital.
Oh,
Is your volume on? Here go technical difficulty. Can you
it's
hear us?
low.
It's really low.
It's very low. Yes.
It's really low. Maybe take off the hammock. You take the hammock. So let me explain, sister Sonia and brother Bilal. Let me explain something to you. We've never had a show go correctly with my mother on it.
Oh my
There's always
goodness.
been a technical difficulty. Remember, we've been trying. We have Mother Day shows. They are classics because they go right down the. Maxine, can you just have a look in your computer?
Yeah, I'm looking.
Can you take your computer over to her?
Please stop arguing at the man. Huh.
Yeah. All right, there you go, Mom. Hold on.
Oh my goodness.
How'd you know?
Her volume is out. So let's unmute her.
Hold on a minute.
Yeah.
Oh, there it is. Hello, everybody.
All right, there you go.
Like a mama.
How are you?
Hello, everybody. I see
Hello
Bilal
there.
and his family. Hear so much about you guys. I'm so happy to see you.
You,
here.
you
And Sister
too.
Sultana, whoa.
Mama Mary, how are you?
without her. And I just want to say that I'm just so happy to be a part of this. I remember from the time this was just a thought in Brian's mind, then he put it on a little bit of paper. Then he decided first he would start with Allah Made Me Funny. Got very successful with that because he did it in the name of Allah. He did not do it in the name of Brian. Many people don't know, but every year he makes it a point to go to a prison because what he simply says is just because people have made mistakes and are in prison does not mean they're not human.
Okay.
So
Well,
he goes every year.
let's ask you about you.
That's me.
Let's ask
Because
you
see,
about you.
I'm happy as a mother to see you do that.
And the award for the best Academy Award goes.
You represent me.
I know, Mom.
You represent the
Got you.
joy that I brought. I'm
I
not going to talk about me because there's nothing much about me except you.
Can I ask a question, please?
Maybe so. I'll be quiet.
Maybe so. Alhamdulillah for that. How are you feeling?
I am feeling great. I thank everybody for your duas. I had a mini stroke in January. So I was in a rehab center, a physical rehab center, from January to the end of March. I've been blessed to have my sister move in, give up her life, move in to help take care of me. I've also been blessed to have my son, who just gave up his life in Texas, where he lives, and move here for the first 3 weeks. And then my sister and Brian rotate. When she goes back home, then he comes from Texas to take care of me. So, there are just so many things I could say, except when the person gives of themselves without any expectation of anything except hoping you get better.
Wait a minute, I thought you were going to pay me.
You just, well, I'll put it on my tab. But it's just that those are the kinds of things you don't want to say much about yourself except thank you.
And we want to make sure we give a shout out to our Facebook jailbreak person, Kuram Akron. We know who it is. We don't want to get her in trouble. Much love to you, sis, all the way from the UK, tuning in today. And I want you to know that I did take your stipend and I did distribute it appropriately to some children at when I went to Night of Power. So there's some kids that are very, very happy.
Wow.
Some kids are very, very happy. Night of Power on Tuesday. So that's sister. I won't say Sister Rabina. It's not Sister Rabina. It's definitely, but Khan Akram, because we don't want to get locked up on Facebook again. But look, this has been a good show. Let me just take 2-3 minutes to wrap up because I know everybody's fasting. So I try to be considerate of that. Listen, this is hands down one of the best experiences I've had in a long, long time. And this is pursuing to doing comedy is just being able to sit and connect with people. Sometimes when you do things, you don't know where it's going to go. As I told my friend, he was starting his podcast, and he goes, "I only had one person." I said, "Man, I remember my first podcast. I think it was just me." But you grew a family, and it was fun. I was like, you learn about people's families, and it's very organic. There is something in the nature of a Christian Abrahamic uh, tradition of religion, Islamic Judaism. There is something about the cult or the Custer family that I really celebrate. So I just want to thank everybody for coming on the show today. Altaf, we're gonna get you on. Eric, we're gonna get you on. We might do another virtual joint just because I can. So I want everybody to have a wonderful, wonderful Friday. God bless you. I gotta feed the crew here, but everybody take care of yourself. Have a wonderful, wonderful Friday. Assalamu alaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. It's Preacher Moss, the SOS.